1% doubt, and you are completely 100% out. Now, this is a concept that about 97% of the world yet do not fully understand or comprehend when it comes to succeeding. So let me share with you the simple difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. See, the main difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is simply this. Successful people have a more healthier relationship with failure than unsuccessful people do. Now, I want you to relax and take that in for a second, because this is extremely even more powerful as entrepreneurs. See, in the world of entrepreneurism, the word itself, entrepreneurs, mean risk taker, one who takes risks. It originated from the French word. So when you understand the significant difference, you choose to then understand this, that if you fail, you should fail often, you should fail over and over, but fail forward. To understand some simple concepts I'm going to share with you today that's going to help you understand, because even if you think about it, with our bodies, when we go into the gym to work out and rep those muscles, get those big guns that we want, boys and girls, here's the most important thing. When you go to the gym and you work out the muscles in your body, it gets to failure. And once that muscle fails, that's how it becomes strong. So to be a successful entrepreneur, someone who takes risks successfully, you then simply have to understand how to take what's called an estimated risk or a hypothesis. An educated guess is what we call a hypothesis. And when you fail once, you learn from that lesson. And in life, success is like this. I call it the shampoo formula. Rinse, wash, and repeat. As long as you learn the lesson, there's less to repeat. There's still the rinse and the wash, but you get to become successful if you're paying attention to the lessons. My name is Dr. Obam Bowen, and I am the world's leading authority on mindset transformation and next level growth. There's over 138 scientists right now studying my work. Some of the same information I'm going to teach you here and share with you in the next few minutes. Now, why is this important for you? Well, let me tell you this. Because what causes the majority of entrepreneurs to fail or not to succeed is because they're not embracing failure. They're not understanding, and they're letting the ants get to them. Well, what are ants? Ants is, and write this down, automatic negative thoughts. See, your thoughts in your mind is the most important thing that you have, and you have the responsibility to relegate those thoughts, be it positive or negative. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not staying in and saying, you know what? I'm going to stay in this positive world, I'm going to stay in this positive bubble, and no negative gets in. It's okay to understand that the automatic negative thoughts will always show up. They show up for me, and they'll show up for you. And I'm going to teach you one of the most powerful techniques right now that'll help you when these ants come up. And here is the lesson. You see, the reason why most people fail when the ants come up, because it's natural, is this. They try to block it, they try to get rid of it, they try to push it away. No one wants to be negative, right? No one wants to be negative Nancy. Do you? Do you want to be negative Nancy? No, you do not, right? So when the negativity comes up, we tend to push it away. Well, here's the deal. If you've ever heard this, if you're an entrepreneur and you've been in the self-development, you've been in the self-development space, you've already heard this. Whatever you resist, persists. So if you work on getting rid of the negative thoughts, it'll always be there. Let that sink in for a second. If you work on the negative thoughts, it'll always be there. So these are the negative thoughts coming at you. They're going to bombard you. What if I fail? If I don't get this loan, something that doesn't matter. Those will all come in. The positive thoughts and the things you need to do are over here. And if you focus on those, it'll stay right there. Those come in, accept that fact, just welcome back, old friend, and look to where you need to be. because what you focus on will expand. I want you to really understand how simple it is to switch. Success is nothing more than a switch. Now, see, at one point in my life, I was actually homeless, broke, and living in a car for 5 years. What changed that? Everything, when I changed my philosophy, everything changed for me. And what is your philosophy? This is my working definition of philosophy. Your philosophy is everything you know, how you hold it, and how it affects what you do. So if you change your philosophy, then therefore you change your mindset. Your philosophy or your mindset is like a computer program. Some of us, some entrepreneurs are still running on Windows 95 when we're in 2010. That's an ineffective program. And the hardware, it'll have a lot of bugs. The problems of today has expired years ago from 1995. So if you're on Windows 95, you need an entire new upgrade. As I share with myself, who am I? Why do I even qualify to share with you today? Because I know if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering, well, who is this guy that's sharing with me? I always want to know who's the person in front of the room and how do they actually qualify to educate me in any way, shape, or form. So let me tell you just a little bit about myself and share some more. So as I said, my name is Dr. Obam Bowen, and I'm the world's leading authority on next level growth and mindset transformation. See, companies that you may be familiar with, like Walmart stores, Jafra Cosmetics, Knight Media Covia, Chevron Oil, not gas, it's a subsidiary of the other, Walgreens, and so many other billion-dollar brands have been paying me for the last decade and a half to come and help them grow their businesses beyond where they're at. So for 10 years now, I've been helping a lot of those same companies. So the information I'm sharing with you, it's not theory, it's everything I have done and proven with some of those names and brands you recognize to get them where they're at and continue to thrive. So that's who I am, in case you were wondering, and the information I have to share is very, very helpful, but again, very simple. So let me talk to you about something that's very important, because most of us as entrepreneurs don't believe that mindset has anything to do with skill set. It doesn't have anything to do with results. But the difference is, would you agree, if you change the software in a computer, it performs better? So I am the combined average of the 5 people I collectively associate myself with and the combination of the books that I read. So if I read books on health and wellness, obviously I'm going to have a new upgrade on health and wellness. Finances, same thing. But you see, as human beings, we are born with 2 fears. It's the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. All the other fears that we have in life, we've been taught. It's been instilled in us. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the 6 basic fears that's been instilled in society as a whole throughout the entire world. And this is very important for you to understand, because the first fear, and I've experienced all of them, all 6, including death. Now, what I didn't share with you is this. Death is number 6. I was actually, at age 17, able to enlist in the United States Marine Corps. I believe it was the most amazing organization for leadership and systems, which is what I love. And we'll talk about systems too, because systems, let me just jump into that before I talk about those 6 fears. Systems is very key and important for your success in building any business in life. Why? Because we as human beings are designed to be seeking comfort, safety, which means that if you're designed to seek safety, you're going to live a life of apathy. Apathy, here's my working definition of apathy. Apathy is a natural human instinct. It's common to us all, and it consistently forces us to seek a comfort zone where nothing ever changes. Now, why is system important? Because system is something that is designed to take you out of your comfort zone. Why would your business need systems? Because if without systems and leadership, your business will implode. Because you will build it off of how you feel today. You will build it off of how you feel when you wake up in the morning. You will build it if you feel like running or not. But if you have a system that will drive you, then you can avoid because you're focusing on that, these 6 basic fears. So number one is poverty. If you're an entrepreneur, you're taking a look at this, then you know the reason you're building your business is so that you can positively move away from poverty. So you don't look at your debt and go, I have debt, I'm gonna try to pay down my debt. No, you set up a wealth or a debt repayment program and you focus on generating income so you don't have to worry about that. Remember, what you focus on expand. The second is old age. Doesn't matter, we're all growing old. I was so respectful, I wouldn't say fear, so respectful of that fear. At one point, I got into the network marketing industry and I joined an anti-aging company because the beauty is the largest space in the world, understands that fear and they tie into it well. None of us love to be criticized. That's number 3, the fear of criticism. Not going to say too much about that because you already know the answer. And number 4 is the loss of a loved one. No one wants to lose those they care about the most. Number 5 is ill health. No one themselves wants to be sick. The world is going through a pandemic, a crisis right now with COVID. And the 6th and final is death. The truth is, none of us will get out of this thing called life alive. And if we can't get out of life alive, then we live it the way we choose to. So when you understand that percentage of doubt is basically an infection, it's a virus that spreads. That's why 1% doubt will knock you 100% out. But now that I've given you the things that will knock us out, let's talk a little bit about how do you actually fight it. Because your software, the original core software inside of you and your program, you were born with 5 essential mental skills that will help you at any time get out of any situation, period, bar none. Any situation that your business have, that you have. And the thing is, the reason why you want to continue to upgrade your computer, your software, your intellect, associate yourself with better people and read great and better books is because when you change your philosophy, you change your results. And it goes like this. You change your philosophy, you change what you say. What you say influences what you do. What you do influences action. Action repeated over time, consistently and persistently, changes results. And results drives, you get it, the goals, the desires and aspirations of your heart in your business or in your life. So the 5 essential mental skills that we're born with, number 1, is the ability to set goals. In psychology, we call it being teleological. So being teleological means this, one thing. There is a guidance system then inside of you, in your mind, which means you're goal seeking. You're always seeking something naturally. Depending on your faith, the Creator created you with a GPS built in. Well, what are you seeking? I don't know. Whatever you decide it is you're seeking, that's what you're seeking. You decide. Number 2 is the power of visualization. Once you decide what it is you want and you set the goal, you then visualize what it looks like when you already have it. So when you visualize when you already have it, that is called forethought. That means you're going into the future to get where you're going. You now have the goal. And a goal without a plan is just a dream. So once you set the goal, you visualize it. The 3rd essential mental skill that you have, I have, the entire world have, is the only difference is successful people use it either consciously or subconsciously. The difference between someone who earns 6 figures, 7 or 9 is simply being able to understand and break it down. I told you I was homeless for 5 years. There's a difference. Before I made my first $1 million, I had to become a millionaire up here. Before I made my first billion, I had to become a billionaire here. It was a complete different story. What happens in number 3 is what's called energy management. When you set the goal, you visualize it and you truly want that, you release enough energy to get it, whether it's a 5-minute, 5-hour, 5-year, 50-year goal, you release enough energy to do it. Number 4, one of the most important is effective thinking. If you do not know how to think effectively, well, you're going to go by the wayside. Napoleon Hill wrote the book called Think and Grow Rich. See, most people think it's called Think and Grow Rich. No. When one learns to think effectively, then they can use that effective thinking to generate and grow wealth or anything else you're looking for. And number 5, the most important is mental toughness, resiliency. This is basically the self-efficacy of you. How resilient are you to go through? Because when you set the goal, you visualize it, you have enough energy, you think effectively, things are going to go wrong. See, majority of us think success is this. And as I said in the beginning, really what success is moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So when you understand how powerful that is for you, you then understand how you can use these 5 mental essential skills that's been given to you. You came with a computer program, already programmed for success. You were designed for success. But by society, you were programmed to fail. Because 97% of the world does not like to fail. They're afraid of failure. So in other words, when you look at it, they're afraid of success. You break that word down, success. Suck. It means that it's difficult. Most of us don't want to embrace the suck before we get to the cess. Cess is a Hindu word meaning abundance. So you have to suck before you have the cess. And if you understand and embrace that and you know it's a part of you, then you understand this. The last piece. Your thoughts are in 3 dimensions. Those dimensions are this: words, pictures, and emotions. What you say then influence what you see. What you see influence how you feel. This is why we need a system, because what you feel then creates your reality. This is why we need a system. And all a system is a simple, repeatable process that anyone can do, whether you choose to or not. So remember this, that you were designed to seek safety. And in order to become a successful entrepreneur, you must embrace the danger of losing it all. There's so many people who want safety and security, and that's okay. That's why they have a job. Just enough security to make things work. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be the risk taker, you then must go against the natural human instinct where nothing ever changes. And remember again, apathy is a natural human instinct. It is here. It'll always be here. It's the ants. It's coming. Apathy is a natural human instinct, and it is common to us all. And it consistently forces us to seek a comfort zone where nothing ever changes. But all you have to remember is this. You have inside of you the power to set goals, visualize them happening, release enough energy, think effectively, and have the mental toughness to help you deliver the results you seek and desire. And when you let the 1% doubt come in, it'll knock you out 100%. Don't focus on the doubt. Focus on where you need to go, because what you focus on expands. My name is Dr. Obam Bowen, and I look forward to being of service continually for you. Take care. Have a blessed day wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to spending time with you soon. Bye for now.